And I will tell you, the United States is increasingly extraterritorializing the application of these instruments precisely because it is not the trajectory of everybody else's policy. If it was, ideally what the United States would want to see is other countries deploying export controls and administrative and regulatory instruments in an identical way vis-a-vis China as a trading partner, as a capital partner in or out, and particularly in the technology and data space. Because that's not happening, the United States is attempting to elicit voluntary compliance, and if it cannot, I confidently predict to you the United States is going to bring the hammer down, and try to coerce compliance on a lot of these controls. And it reflects this American zeitgeist on competition with China, which, by the way, is mirrored in some respects on the Chinese side. And the Chinese have built their own architecture to use administrative and regulatory instruments and are trying to offshore it in the same way. But it will catch other countries not called the United States and China betwixt and between. And so that really circles me back to where I started. So that's a collision for the United States, because if American policies and strategies for strategic competition with China are not mirrored elsewhere, we're heading for a somewhat fractious period between the United States and the very partners that it needs to navigate competition with China. So you often hear this talking point from Washington. The United States isn't forcing countries to choose. We don't want anybody to have to choose. Okay? Try putting Huawei kit in your 5G backbone and see how the United States feels about you not making a choice. Try not complying with US export controls and see whether the United States wants you to make a choice. Try making Huawei your cybersecurity partner of choice, as Indonesia has. I just published a paper on this at the Carnegie Endowment. All those political tensions between China and Indonesia, guess who's doing cybersecurity backbone solutions in Indonesia? Huawei. How does the United States feel about that? Would prefer you don't make a choice? Those contradictions are going to get sharper and sharper.